His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam. Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hari Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hari Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hari Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaivam Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayestu Avadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Tamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistuke Nisyanubhavam Akhilam Sutisaram Ekam Adhyatma Depam Atithir Satam Tamundam Samsarina Karunayaha Purana Guyam Tam Vyasaso Namapayami Gurur Muninam. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, the creation of the fourth order, chapter 28. Puranjan becomes a woman in the next life. Text number 64. One more text left from this chapter. Evam samana sohamso hamsena pratiboditah swastastadabhya vicharina nastamapa punasmritim. Evam samana sohamso hamsena pratiboditah swastastadabhya vicharina nastamapa punah smritim. Evam samana sohamso hamsena pratiboditah swastastabhya vicharina nastamapa punah smritim.
Evam samana sohamso
Evam samana sohamso
hamsena pratibodita swastastabhya vicharina nastamapa punah smritim. Evam samana sohamso hamsena pratibodita swastastabhya vicharina nastamapa punah smritam.
Evam samana sohamso
hamsena pratibodita swastastabhya vicharina nastamapa punah smritim. Evam samana sohamso hamsena pratibodita Evam thus Saha he, the individual soul, Manasaha living together within the heart.
living together within the heart.
Hamsaha,
Saha,
like the swan.
like the swan.
Hamsena,
Sena,
by the other swan.
By the swan.
Pratibodhitaha,
Devotita,
being entrusted.
being instructed.
Swastaha,
Saha,
situated in self-realization.
situated in self-realization.
Tat by being separated from the super soul.
By being separated from the super soul.
Nastam, which owes lust.
Which was lost.
Apa,
Apa,
gained. Punaha,
Puna,
again.
again.
Smritim, real
Real
memory.
memory.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In this way, both swans live together in the heart. When the one swan is instructed by the other, he is situated in his constitutional position. This means he regains his original Krishna consciousness, which owes lust because of his material attraction. Please repeat. In this way, both swans live together in the heart.
In this way, both swans live together in the heart.
When the one swan is instructed by the other,
When the one swan is instructed by the other,
he is situated in his constitutional position.
he is situated in his constitution.
This means he regains his original Krishna consciousness,
This means he gains his original Krishna consciousness,
which owes lust because of his material attraction.
which was lost because of his material attraction.
Purport. Here is a clearly stated Hamso Hamsena Pratibodhitaha. The individual soul and the super soul are both compared to swans, Hamsa, because they are white or uncontaminated. One swan, however, is superior and is the instructor of the other. When the inferior swan is separated from the other swan, he is attracted to material enjoyment. This is the cause of his fall down. When he hears the instructions of the other swan, he understands his real position and is again revived to his original consciousness. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, comes down avatar to deliver his devotees and kill the demons. He also gives his sublime instructions in the form of Bhagavad Gita. The individual soul has to understand his position by the grace of the Lord and the spiritual master, because the text of Bhagavad Gita cannot be understood simply by academic qualifications. One has to learn Bhagavad Gita from a realized soul. Tad viddhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadechanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master, inquire from him submissively, and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. Bhagavad Gita 4:34. Thus, one has to select a bona fide spiritual master and become enlightened to his original consciousness. In this way, the individual soul can understand that he is always subordinate to the super soul. As soon as he declines to remain subordinate and tries to become an enjoyer, he begins his material conditioning. When he abandons this spirit of being an individual owner or enjoyer, he becomes situated in his liberated state. The word swasthaha, meaning situated in one's original position, is very significant in this verse. When one gives up his unwanted attitude of superiority, he becomes situated in his original position. The word tad vyavicharena is also significant, for it indicates that When one is separated from God due to disobedience, his real sense is lost. Again, by the grace of Krishna and Guru, he can be properly situated in his liberated position. These verses are spoken by Srila Narada Muni, and his purpose in speaking them is to revive our consciousness. Although the living entity and the super soul are one in quality, the individual soul has to pursue the instruction of the super soul. That is the state of liberation. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayan Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurau Shri Yuta Padakamalan Shri Gurau Vaisnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Rupesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhan Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Vancha Kalpataru Vriksha Sindhobhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaisnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutali Smati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. एवं समानसो हमसो हमसेन प्रतिबोधितः स्वस्तस्तदव्यभिचारेण नष्टमाप पुनः स्मृतिम्. Same theme is going on in Bhagavad Gita. Exactly. Same thing going on. Now, Arjuna has revelation in his heart that Nasta Moha Smriti Labdva Tat Prasadena Maya Achyuta. I have regained my memory which was lost. I had forgotten my relationship with you. My attachment has been gone, destroyed. Moha. Illusion or attachment, whatever it is. Tat prasadena maya achyuta. It is because of your special blessing, prasada. Prasada lesa. Prahlad Maharaj said the same thing. One who attained the very tiny bit of prasadam from the Supreme Lord. Prasada lesa. Lesa means very bit, tiny bit. That can completely remove the curtain of ignorance that has covered the living being for millions of lifetimes. So the question is taking dependency on the Supreme Lord. But the disease is we want to become independent. Now we understand we diagnosed the problem why we are separated from Lord for many lifetimes, and why we are struggling in this material world. When Madhvacharya was asked, when he was a little child, not even grown up, learned man or lady, he was already devotee from the very early childhood, and he left home and people asked, what is the philosophy? What is the conclusion of your philosophy? Because that time, Sankaracharya philosophy, everybody is one, was very prominent. All the Brahmins were so expert in explaining the scriptures, and they would not accept anyone come up with another idea that you are not one with God. Vaishnavas had to hide and preach, just like in a communist regime. If you go and talk about spiritualism, you have to really wear a jeans pant and have a hair as per matching with everybody else, wear clothes so that nobody have any doubt on you. But you find some place and, hey, do you know this is book Bhagavad Gita? If you read, then we can become real communist. That was the situation of Vaishnavas in those days, because Sankara were very influential, very powerful, and very expert in Sanskrit and preaching. But Madhvacharya raised his hand and says, "Dude, living being, God, always separate and exist. But we become one, but our existence is still coexistence. Eternally exist in a different one and another." Advaita was the philosophy propounded by Sankaracharya. Dvaita was Madhvacharya, his character. But he said the problem in this material world is living being want to become independent. The word he used is Swatantra. Swatantra means to be independent, not to take shelter of the Supreme Lord, or not to have complete faith in Him. And all the root cause of the problem is that we do not have that trust, that faith, that dependency on the Supreme Lord. The whole Vedic civilization teaches people to be dependent on somebody else. That's the goal, so that people can accustom to follow this practice to become under somebody, so that they can successfully return back home, back to Godhead, and accept God's dependency. Like we hear from Prabhupada, women are always dependent on somebody else in their entire life. When they are small baby, father, mother take care of them. They train them at home, teaches them all the science of the domestic affairs, how they can handle later on when they grow on and they marry with somebody else. Dependency. After marry, husband comes in the picture and takes care. Actually, in Vedas, that husband should not take a wife as a means of enjoyment. Not at all. That's not the goal. It should accept and take and honor as the Devi Swarupa. Devi means goddesses. Yes, very, very high position for the woman in Vedic life. Where it is said that when women are worshipped and respected, all the demigods become very pleased with them. Yatra pujyante nari tatra ramanti devata. This is what it is said. Nari means women. So pujyante means wherever the women are worshipped or honored or respected, all the demigods are very happy in that place. And in old age, children and kids and supports. Now people talk about what about men? Who do they take dependency at? Where do they? They would take dependency in the social norm, social etiquette, social behavior. There would be a society. There would be a head of the society. When I was growing up, the whole village, every month, the whole villager would meet together and discuss about common affair of the people in the society. Like, how do we correct this person? If somebody is like behaving wrongly, drinking and misbehaving family, they would not go to the police officers. Police would come if somebody really kill or something. That I personally experienced that every month. That would be Bela. In our temple we do Ishtagoshti. It would call Bela, Sammelan, it means gathering, assembly. And everybody would come and then they would discuss about how do we celebrate this festival, all these traditional festival, like Buddha Purnima, Balaram Purnima. It's on Balaram Purnima, they tie thread in their hand, and Krishna Janmashtami, Sivaratri. And if people have some problem, they would bring so many moral lessons. Hey, you should not behave this way. This is not the manner. This is the etiquette in a society. You should not disturb and bother everybody else. It was such a, by naturally you would become very moralistic person. If you do some mistake, like if, because you go village, you see that all the vegetables, fruits, everything growing wildly in everybody's house. And you naturally try to pick something and then you think, oh yeah, I should not steal it. I should ask. And everybody would give. No store, no market, no trade, money, business. Everything is like bartering. And people would follow the rules very regularly and nicely and they would be satisfied. But in the West, we have a concept that why do we need to take dependent on anyone else? We should be free, we should be independent, and we have our individual life. We use individualism, personalism, but in wrong way, see, in the West. The concept, the idea is liberalism. We are all liberal. That's why we are independent, we are separating. We become one and made many countries now and divided. It's because our disease is still growing and becoming more and more acute with more symptoms of being separated from the Supreme Lord. We do not want to become one with the Lord. But the Hamsas, two Hamsas who are residing within the heart, one Hamsa living being is trying to go away and another Hamsa is patiently waiting that moment that when will this guy come back to me and hear me. Sri Upanishad explained the same thing. Sri Upanishad, Prabhupada translated Sri Upanishad because there are so many Upanishads. He did not do anything else, but Sri Upanishad is very, very important because it explains that the Lord is everything. The theme of this Upanishad is that the Lord is omniscient, omnipotent. That is the prime theme of the Sri Upanishad. And when someone is omnipotent means he controls living being, jiva, he controls time, he controls what else? Karma, and he controls another one, fourth thing, nature, prakriti. One who has control over this fourth thing completely, he can be declared as omnipotent. And this Upanishad comes under the Sukla Yajurveda. There's a Yajurveda, is a Sukla Yajurveda means white. Sukla means white, right? Sukla Paksha, when there's a full moon night, we call Sukla Paksha. And another part of the Yajurveda is called Krishna Yajurveda. Krishna is Sukla, and it comes under Sukla Yajurveda. And within that Sukla Yajurveda, there is a Sukta, because it is Sukta or Samhita. Like Brahma Samhita, the whole Upanishad, they have like all set of verses called Samhitas. And within that Bhajasneya Samhita, within the Sukla Yajurveda, where Sri Iso Upanishad comes. So that is why this Sri Iso Upanishad is also sometimes called Samhita Upanishad as well. And the slokas of this Upanishad are called mantras. That is why it is also called Mantra Upanishad as well. And this Upanishad is also sometimes called Isabhasya Upanishad, because Isa means God, Bhasya means who resides. That means God resides in every atom, in every corner of this universe, manifested world. That is why this Upanishad is also called Isavasya Upanishad. Means the Lord is at every corner, every atom, every anu. And this is what exactly all the Vedas, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita is talking about. So that's what devotee, this Sri Upanishad is read, or the people understand, to feel the complete dependency on the Supreme Lord. And also they read this to avoid any evil attack on devotees. Like if some people put you on black magic on you, or if I am struggling with my bad desire that I am not able to come out of it, if I am still following the old habit that I had before I become a devotee, and I still continue and struggle and cannot stop it, or if I have a problem with some other devotees and I have that feeling, or I keep some grudges, or so many other things, that anything that stops us from practicing pure devotional service. So devotees use this mantra to overcome these things. Sri Upanishad. Now I tell you the story of how this Upanishad appeared and why did Prabhupada did translate for us. A very interesting story. It's beautiful. We need to learn. Today is Ekadasi. We are in a relaxed mode. We are not hurry. We have time for hurry. We are not in hurry, but we do have time for hurry without hurry. So we all know that Swayambhuva Manu, the Prajapati, he married, who did he marry to? Huh? What is the name of the Swayambhuva Manu? Satarupa, right? Satarupa. I think we heard, we read in this chapter before, earlier days. Satarupa and Swayambhuva Manu, they married, and they were, from them, child was born. His name was Lord Vishnu came as a Yajna. Personality, the sacrifice, the incarnation of Lord Vishnu appeared from them. And when Satarupa and Swayambhuva Manu were meditating for propagating the filling this universe with a good child, they were meditating on the Supreme Lord. But some demon, like distracting element, bad people, whenever you do some tapasya, whenever you practice some austerity, always some obstacles comes in our life too. Like you are fasting on Nirjala Ekadasi, somebody comes up with gulab jamun. A temptation comes. And somebody drinks like nice juice, mango lassi with ice chips on the top and some saffron or something. Wow! And then we have the temptation. We might give up fasting or anything. Or if you have vowed that I will chant few rounds extra every day, and when you finish your round, somebody come, hey, let's go to swimming pool, gym. Anyway, I did my 16, I don't care. Anyway, let's go. So such kind of obstacles, distractions, and comes every day in our life. We have practically experienced. And the demon's job is always bring distraction in sadhu's life. That's demoniac. Demoniac. You know, demoniac people, they think that they see the weak point of the Lord. They know that the Lord will never take away somebody's free will. Even though he controls everything, that's why he's omnipotent. He controls all the living entities. And the idea that Even a blade of grass does not move without the mercy of Krishna is coming from here, from the Upanishad. But still, he does not control your free will. And the demoniac people utilize that loophole, the weak point, and they teach people wrong ideas in the society. And why do they do that? They enjoy doing so. Because when people are away from God, when people are become uncivilized, when people are become destructive, that gives great pain to the Lord. And with that pain, the demon enjoy. Gives great pleasure to the demon. Can you imagine how hard pure devotees are trying to preach the message of God, and somebody else come and add some drop of poison into that, and everything is spoiled. So within our community also, we need to be always keep this in our mind, that if somebody is trying to light a fire between relationship between the devotees, between communities, between anybody else. So this is always going on in the material world. So now Swayambhava Manu and Satarupa, they are praying, meditation, the demon come, but these demons were blessed by Lord Brahmaji that they would never die. They were immortal. They got immortality blessing. It was not easy for them to just avoid them. And in that great desperation, Swayambhava Manu prayed these mantras, Sri Upanishad. And the incarnation of the Lord Yajna appeared and killed these demons. Now this incident also tells us something very important thing, that when someone is blessed, he got immortality, but in front of Lord Vishnu, there is no any boundation for him. He can break anybody's blessings, anybody's house, anybody's controlling mentality. He is supremely above everything. Sometimes if he wants to favor, he can still keep the vows in some way and destroy the demoniac mentality, or he can completely destroy the boon and then prove himself that he is the supremely controller, he is above of everybody else. There is nothing beyond him. Matta paratara na anyat. Nothing exists beyond me. Eko Bahusyama. From one Lord Syama, everybody is Syama, all Syama, this Syama, all Syamas. Bahusyama means many Syamas manifested. This is Krishna consciousness. When we understand this and take shelter of Lord with full faith, the problem here now we do not have that complete faith in the Supreme Lord. If the philosophy says that the Lord controls jiva, all karma, prakriti, time, and what is my effort to do so many activities to protect myself? Like we are working so hard, we are trying to maintain our family, we are thinking about our future, we are thinking about our saving, managing our finance, so that when I retire, I have an easy life. All this is extra plannings are very tiny, insignificant, and childish when one understands this philosophy that the Krishna is a maintainer of all. My effort is useless. So once one understands this fact, let me quickly read that mantra 8 for all of you so that we have idea what is going on here. And we are simply trying to strengthen, reach our faith in Krishna. That's what people say. Iran is enriching in uranium, so we need to destroy that. So we have to enrich our faith in Krishna. Okay. Mantra is Upanishad. And once one understands this thing and he becomes fearless, tatra ka parivedana, tatra ka soka, tatra ka moha. what is the problem? What is the lamentation after that? Once you understand that Krishna is maintaining everybody, and when not only philosophically, theoretically understanding, you practically live your life with that principle, then where is the question of your lamentation and your worry? Where is the question of you blaming somebody else for the suffering that caused upon you? Because if Krishna controls, then that must be done by him, by his will, for my betterment. So this understanding comes after we practice Krishna consciousness, at least for a while. Anubhav. Yasya anubhavam sruti saram ekam. All the Shruti Saras, Shruti Smriti Puranas, the whole conclusion of all the Vedic knowledge, the person realizes in devotional service. First, I will recite that mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Saparyagat Sukram Akayam Abranam Aswabiram Suddham Apapam. These are all the qualities of Krishna that Upanishad glorifying the Supreme Lord. All the Shastras are, what are they doing? They are glorifying God, great God. Bless upon you. Vidvam Kavi Manasi Paribhu Swayambhu Yatha Tathyato Arthan Vyadadhat Saswatibhya Samabhya. Now let me just read, because each Sanskrit word, they have very deeper and wider and broader meaning, that how glorify Krishna is, that I don't want to go right there because it becomes like many other classes. But let's Prabhupada translation. Such a person must factually know the greatest of all, the personality of Godhead, who is unembodied. Unembodied means God has no material body. And omniscient, beyond reproach, without veins, pure and uncontaminated, the self-sufficient philosopher who has been fulfilling everyone's desire since time immemorial. Look at us, how we are looking that security, safety in our life other than Krishna. And he says in the previous, Asmin sarvani bhutani atma eva abhut bijanata tatra ko moha ka sokah. Is asking question. Akatvam anupasyata. He says that one who always sees all living entities as spiritual sparks in quality one with the Lord becomes a true knower of things. What then can be illusion or anxiety for him? Very deeper questions asked in Upanishad. So when our dependency comes back to Krishna, then Krishna consciousness begins from there. And this is what all we are trying to do every day. We come to temple, we attend classes. In the Vedic time, every temple would have a Gurukulam. There would not be school colleges apart from the Gurukulam. And there would not be competition in the examination, score system, scorecard system. Nowadays, because of this competition mode in India, like so many kids commit suicide because one person is scoring 98, another one got 97. He thinks or she thinks, I failed, I could not win other person, and they commit suicide. The Guru individually examine the person and see the qualities and would find out what is his most interested quality in his life so that he could go ahead and master in that section of knowledge. But nowadays education system forcefully impose kids, you must do it, You must pass the exam. You must get high score. You must be like a robotic. The basic school, I send my son there. They are nothing but robotic. If you turn this side, they say this is against schools protocols. You cannot do that. I had to fight every day with them, like a long message, and try to understand the human psychology. Don't try to make them like a doll robot. And I told them, I am a student of human psychology. I study the Vedanta philosophy. We have this idea about how to train the kids in school. And they say, thank you for your wise message, but we cannot go against our schools. So this is how, and see Prabhupada, how he caught the mood of Vedic civilization. No temple in the world today, they have class in their temple, except International Society for Krishna Consciousness. They do have some discussion occasionally in special occasion, festival time, everything. But in ISKCON, we have class every single day after greeting darshan, after completing our morning sadhana. This education system, this is what called education system. This is what we're attending University of Arizona. This is EOB. Real EOB. Jamuna, quit going to... Yeah, actually it is what it is. But the problem is, we devotee, yeah, but I need to teach my son or send my kids better school, better education, so that they can better survive and learn successful. All this is 16th chapter. Krishna is explaining that the desire to be success is all demoniac nature, mentality, demoniac mentality. For what is the success? What do you want to be successful to? Because you die one day. All civilization fail. We finish, our body dies. I realized that leaving Nepal and coming to America, I feel so missed that I am disconnected from nature at all. I'm like a very mechanistic life. Go to work, come home, do all mechanism. But I do not grow food. I do not cultivate the land. I do not dig the land. I do not, fertilize my plants. I do not celebrate with people. It's so individual, so sadistic life here in America. That's why people too much frustrated, and intelligent people are getting Krishna consciousness like all of you. Out of millions people, few people Prabhupada brought, and he, out of compassion, out of mercy, that he brought it here, and some people took it. And Prabhupada was able to spread this knowledge all over the world. So in material world, when you are running after comfort of life, like I came, because I wanted to live a better, happy, money life with full of money, enjoyment, facilities, everything. And I thought that would be the source of happiness. But to be honest, my situation now and then is exactly same. Nothing has changed. But my illusion has been smashed. That's it. So when people are running after material civilization and they reach like American standard, then the turning point is to God. There is no other way, other place to go. Sri Sri Gaurnitai ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this evolution of the soul, that I realized I am the part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, and my Lord is always waiting patiently within my heart for many lifetimes. And when do I wake up from this sleeping? Now we appreciate the role of a guru, spiritual master in our life. When we understand this point, then we surrender, then we listen somebody, then we try to rehabilitate ourselves. Like we want to overcome the bad habit with good habit. That I had a disease to leave the Lord away and enjoy in this material world. Now I want to accept that independency, and I accept someone's guide and follow him, and I become again good person, and I return back home, back to God. This is the idea of reaching Krishna consciousness. Then when all these external coverings of our illusions, our ego is completely smashed, destroyed, then we can see the Lord everywhere. This is the teaching of Upanishad, that try to see the Lord everywhere. Because for now we are so conditioning, we even cannot see the Lord in the temple. We need to have a form, deity, the establish of deity, so that at least we can focus. But the pure devotee sees Lord everywhere. And we need to cultivate that supreme vision. The more we know about the Lord, the more we try to do service to Him. The more service we perform to the Lord, the more we get attached to the Lord. The more we are attached to the Lord, the more we are detached from this material world. And the more we are attached, the more the secret of the Lord are revealed to the eyes who is performing activities with attachment. Premanjana, that is the theme again, another. Premanjana Churita Anjana. If I do not know Krishna, then I have no desire to do service for Him. If I do not do any service to Him, then I do not get attached to Him. If I am not attached to Him and I am naturally attached to the material world, then I am under the principal rhythm of another foundational principle in Bhagavad Gita, that raga doisa. I am under the mechanism of raga doisa. I like, I do, I don't like, I don't do. The whole world, material world, this is the survival skill that was given in Bhagavad Gita by Krishna, that raga doisa bimuktastu, that everyone is acting according to what they like, what they do not like. I want to make a friend with you. I don't want to make friend with you. I like to do this. I don't like to do this. I want to eat this. I don't want to do this. This is the foundational principle that everybody does in this material world. Raga dosa. But Krishna says you need to come out. Why? Why does He want us to give up this foundational rhythm of this world? Because as long as we are under the influence of like and dislike, we are always focusing on our own. That I am always thinking on my benefit, my personal interest. So when we do not redirect that interest to Krishna, then we never can come out from this raga dosa mentality. And Krishna says that prasadam adhigatsati, you will receive the blessing from me so quick once you give up this like and dislike mentality and then completely surrender unto me. This is called Krishna consciousness. And Hare Krishna. Any question or any comment? You are very brilliant devotees here. I'm sorry if I did anything wrong. Mataji first. Yeah. Go ahead, Mata.
We know Krishna is present in every atom. Like, for example, matter,
Yeah.
the walls, the floor, anything that doesn't grow. How is Krishna present within this dull matter?
These
Like
matter
this
are, it is very subtle, because of the God, they are formed like they are shaped. They have, otherwise they would like scatter around. They would become all like a cement. When you mix concrete and cement together and then make a building, the holding principle of that things is God. And I'm not so expert to explain you and give you example further than this.
Yeah.
But we should have that understanding. Yeah. Hare Krishna. But other devotee may have answer. We will come to them.
Described in the Brahma Samhita that Krishna is in every atom.
It is. Annan paramanu. Annan tarasta paramanu.
Atom has boundaries, right?
Yeah.
So in dull matter, I mean, how does it fit? I mean, you know what I mean? I've always wondered that. I've never gotten a complete answer to that.
Okay.
I mean, trees, we know they grow,
So yeah.
even though they look like dull matter, so on and so forth, but, stuff like this.
Krishna says, Aparyamitas Tanyam Prakritim Vidime Param Jivabhutam Mahabaho Yeyadam Daryate Jagata. This is just my inferior energy.
Well,
Aparyam.
we know that, it's inferior energy.
But it still isn't.
So yeah, this is the answer here. This secret will reveal to us when we have complete dependency on the Supreme Lord.
Yeah.
It has to be revealed. Nobody can explain it. Scriptures gives us ideas, but yeah, it is revealed with the complete surrender. Okay.
I just wanted to say my actual question, actual convo class. Thank you very much. And we're happy you left Nepal because then we get your association. And so even though that you may feel the same here, we're enlivened by your association.
Oh, thank you.
We're grateful you're here every Saturday. Grateful to have your association, hear your classes, and dance with you in the mornings.
Thank you, Prabhuji. I am here. I am because of all of you, and we are here practicing together. We're not any different than anybody else. Okay, Prabhu.
I have a question, and I got maybe like a comment. The question, I didn't get the four of them. It says, once you have mastered the four nature, and then
Time
living, being,
and karma.
nature, karma, and what was the last one? Time.
Time, yeah. Kalosmi, just to say.
Time. Okay, and then my comment will have to do relating to the atoms. I have a question. Scientifically, is an atom bigger or smaller than a neuron? It's an atom is smaller than a neuron? Okay. So what I've actually like gotten throughout my studies within either different scientific books and different enlightening books and stuff, like sacred texts and stuff, it talks about anything that is energy, whether it's negative or positive, it comes from the one up above, from the architecture of the universe. He is the one that makes all matter, which is either negative energy or positive energy. It comes from within him. So if it's an atom or if it even a neuron, it goes related almost like entanglement through like the sun, the stars, the moon. Everything is energy from the same source. It's like what we spoke about yesterday, which was the body is a small sample of Godhead itself. So if the body is a small sample of Godhead itself, and Godhead made air, and air is made out of atoms, then the actual mechanism from the atoms is what creates the wind or something, which is the source from Godhead.
If you read Bhagavatam 3rd canto, it explains how the whole cosmic manifestations are different limbs of Lord. It's explaining everything is the cause of all causes. That comes later on. At first, we need to clean ourselves by chanting the holy name. But by understanding this philosophy about foundational principle that the Lord is the controller, what happened to us? What is the reaction that happened to us? We become fearless. Yes.
So I just wanted to say, Pavitra was asking, how does it fit? I mean, Krishna gets smaller than the smallest. So I mean, that's how it fits. That's how it fits in every atom.
Yeah. It is.
I saw my word stringing an elephant with an eye of a needle.
Yeah. It's a story. Well, when we become fearless, that we know that Krishna maintains me, the problem we become fearful because of doubt. Like if we go to the dog in the street and dog is barking, as soon as I am afraid of dog, the dog bite me. Scientifically, it is proven. Like if you are fearless and in front of the dog and stand as if you are not at all scared, not even tinge, the dog come very aggressively, and when you come close, stop. That's called special chemical. Our brain produces a special chemical in fear. That chemical is called pheromones. Fear pheromones. Huh? Yeah. Sorry. No, pheromones.
Pheromones is like a chemical released by the body when the pores open.
Yeah, I think that that animal smell that fear from you, and they bite you. And they, why do they bite? They say you don't have trust in God, so I bite. That's what Maya does. Maya attack like brahmacharya. Should I marry or not? Marry or not? I was thinking all the time, what will happen in my future? Oh, what about my security? Do I do or not? Maya thinks, oh, let me come to him. Shh. Okay, I caught him. Exact same principle is going on. So if I am a brahmachari now, I would never marry, but I am already too late. If I was brahmachari now, I would not marry, because I learned this after 20 years. Hare Krishna, become fearless. Even if some people go to lion, tiger in the forest, the Geography channel, they show that some people are very fearless, tiger will not attack them. Same principle works everywhere. But doesn't mean that I'm telling you go to tiger and legend. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to the animal, what happened in the, this all animal gave up their animalistic, this is what happened with the Lord. That quality is with Lord, then when we associate with him, we become fearless. Yes.
You ever read Radha Swami's book?
Journey home?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did parts of it, not all.
That part
Oh, you talk about the monkey in Kathmandu.
So he goes into the forest with some Radha and
Yeah.
the animals attack him, like free of all everything, just leaves it alone, even mosquitoes, because this Radha has this power, it's fearless.
Yes. And we can practice it in our life. That's what Krishna consciousness means. Be dependent on God and become fearless.
Whenever a homeless or a crazy person attacks somehow, works too.
That is, they're crazy. When somebody is crazy, then he's out of all rules and boundaries of zero day. Hare Krishna. Even crazy person stops if you are not afraid of him.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu. Hare. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की